Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to the stream. Time to do some trucking. And I better turn this monitor off so that we don't have a double lot of sound. Right, that should be better. Push the microphone back a little. Alright, let's get this shit show on the road. You may hear my dogs barking in the background. One of them is going deaf and doesn't realise it, so he's barking to try and hear himself. Just do a quick... Let's have a look at the truck. So we've got a Peterbilt. Tell them one of them. I need fuel. Where's their fuel nearby? Just on the corner there. Yeah, I know it's a dead end, but that's not where I'm going. Went in the wrong end. Gotta go all the way around the back. Wake up all the guys sleeping. There it is. Past midnight. I'm an asshole. You know, someone asked me the other day, why do they only have fuel available every second one? It's so that the AI can refuel at the other ones. $3.66 for fuel. I just paid $5.75 a gallon for the previous one. So there's a bit of a difference. Thank you. Woohoo. We might get to go straight through if these guys start moving. Not quite. Now this is one of those weird intersections. You go left before you go right. I mean, left again. Apparently they're very efficient. And very safe because they reduce the number of opportunities for an incident to occur. Come on, Gertie. Get her up to 75. You've got 655 miles to go, which equates to about 32 minutes of actual playtime, or 10 hours and 50 minutes of game time. So it works out about 3 minutes per hour on the highway. It is a bit quicker than, longer than that when you're in towns. Come on, you can get up to 75 instead of going down. Starting to creep back up. There's probably a truck dealer off to the left there. Lots of fun. Now, we don't want to be passing police officers, that would get us in trouble. But he's doing less than the speed limit. I keep missing that picture opportunity because it's either late at night, sorry, video opportunity. It's either late at night or I'm on the wrong side of the road. This guy that's in the left-hand lane here needs to move over to the right so that we can go past him. Maybe I should have pulled in. Hopefully these guys need gas or food. Now they're braking on the left. And we're doing 60 already in a 75 zone, so it just means the job takes longer to get done. Frustrating, but one of those things we've got to put up with. After all, we drive safe. Now, if I wanted to, I could duck over to the right-hand lane and go past this guy, but with a copper sitting there, I'll get in trouble for improper use of lanes. Now, if we accelerated slightly, we've got to 62 mile an hour. Come on, give me a 3-lane highway. Well, 6-lane, 3 each way. Right, I can go past, hopefully he can't. Good. Now I can go past this guy. He's still sitting in the left-hand lane. Should have pulled over into the right ages ago. Given that we've covered 155 mile, he's been in the left-hand lane the whole time. That's not appropriate. He's a very naughty boy, and I shall let him know. There you go. I'll let him know. Freedom! You got speed will go back down again in a minute, just because I finally got past him. Now they're going to change. They put their indicator on to go left. They didn't. Nope, still going to drive along in the right hand. Left hand lane. Put their indicator right. Pardon me. I tend to think in Australian terms still. I know left and right are different. Sorry. The side of the road we drive is different. But all I do is mirror it mentally. So when I say right turn coming up, I mean that I'm turning to the left. Sometimes. I'll get mad around it eventually. I've also been asked, why do you wear your hat when you're streaming? Because my headset irritates my bald head. Partly because my head's not completely bald. I've got about a 2-week growth on it at the moment. Shave my head every couple of weeks, just to keep it neat and tidy. Some people would fight to keep their hair. I just couldn't be bothered. As soon as its hair started receding beyond a certain point, I let it go. Try and get the speed back up again. Passing Great Ogalala. Ogalala? Ogalala. I don't know. Baseballer Boy 25, welcome in. Yes, I remember the name. Hope all is well. I'm kind of driving a truck, as you may or may not have noticed. I've done a couple of Elite Dangerous streams recently, because that's the other game I play a lot. I took about a week and a half off because I was crook, but I ain't crook no more. Had a touch of the flu, so snuffling and sneezing and carrying on. Let's just say streaming wasn't a good idea. How's things with yourself? You go on, speed past me. No, don't do it. Oh, you. Ignorance is bliss and you're full of it. This time I am hauling, where are we? A heavy bulldozer. So I'll just show you. Photos. So there it is. And I've got my own truck and trailer. Started from scratch, no employees, no upgrades to the garage. And the only time I quick travel is when doing multiplayer, because that way we can all go on the same job. Yeah, £89,000 this one. Which is a good long trailer too. Under 400 miles to go on this job, which equates to about 20 minutes of driving. So this particular job was from, no, it doesn't say there. Anyway, it's about a 1500 mile job, and had to take a break in the middle. So not last night, a couple of nights ago, I stopped driving on this particular one. Tuesday night it was. And finished the job off this morning, or this afternoon. Or at least that is the plan. The sun's coming up behind me. Looks kind of pretty in that rear vision mirror. I wonder if I can see that in the... Alright, let's go back to the photo mode again. I mean, that does look kind of pretty. So I don't have fatigue simulation on in the game. Instead, when I get tired, I stop driving. Though the reality of it is, it's more when I get sore, because I've got lower back problems, and after a couple of hours I get pain. One of them things, unfortunately. Finally up to speed, and look at the traffic ahead of us. Now I have got a new microphone, so I've had to make some adjustments to the audio. So if there's any issues, please let me know. Pain is an asshole. Especially chronic pain, because a lot of chronic pain, there's not a hell of a lot you can do to resolve it or to relieve it. And unfortunately, after a few years, it does become permanent. Or near permanent. And I've had mine for about coming up to 24 years or thereabouts. G'day, Space Rooster. Yes, the wheels are most definitely turning, including the one I'm holding in my hand. 334 mile to go. Approximately 17 minutes. See, look, I can even turn around corners. Watch this, real tricks. I can change lanes turning around corners. Yes, the wheels on the truck most definitely go round and round. The people on the truck go up and down. The babies on the truck go wah wah wah. The horn on the truck goes. It's almost like driving a bus. Pull in for an inspection. I've got a phone call. I shall be right back. Sorry about that. For once it wasn't a scam call on my brother. There we go. Total gross weight, 138,171 pound. Whatever that is in kilos or ton. Yeah, all is good. January this year I applied for a job as a bus driver. They were going to put me through the training and everything. Passed absolutely everything until the medical. Apparently where I am, if you have moderate sleep apnea, you are not allowed to get the license required to drive a bus. Yep, definitely holding the dozer, Space Rooster. As soon as this is over and done with, I get to do my own jobs again, but I've got to finish the job. The only time I don't is if there's been an update that breaks nav. Oh, which reminds me, there's been another update to ATS and ETS. It's due to come through 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, but yeah, I've done it already. No, under 300 mile to go, that's a good thing. No, so part of the reason I applied for the bus driving job is, number one, I like the idea of driving a bus, or heavy vehicles in general. And one of my lifelong dreams has been to drive around the country, you guessed it, in a bus converted to live in. So yeah. How many DLC are in this? If you're talking about just the driving side of things, as opposed to paint jobs and stuff like that, I think there's about 13 for ATS. They are all regularly on sale, and you can pick them up from places like Instant Gaming for a lot cheaper. Most of the DLC are less than $20 Australian. Some of them are much less than $20 Australian. And the paint jobs work out, most of the time the paint jobs are like $2.95, $3.95 for a set of 4 or 5 paint jobs. But I have all the DLC for this. So the basic game is, you start off in California. Yeah, there are a few. But like I said, they're not overly expensive. So the main game during the Steam Summer Sale was going for like $7 or $8, 90% off. Might have even been cheaper than that. They're not afraid to discount their game to get more sales and more people playing. Because the more people play, the more people are going to go, I like that paint job, I might spend on that too. Yes, I have heard of Wreckfest. A friend of mine used to play it a lot. I haven't actually played it, but I have seen a few people play it. I reckon they should do a Mad Max Australian map for this. What I'd like to see is a game like, yeah, okay, I'm aging myself here, but a game like Car Wars, done like this. I don't know if you've ever heard of Car Wars, but basically the premise is there was a big fuel war and the world went to shit, and everybody drives around in cars armed with machine guns and rockets and even lasers, and they're all electric because no one can afford gasoline anymore. You've got everything from motorcycles to big rigs covered in guns and blowing each other up. So that's when you know you like a game, when you get all of the DLC. For many years, I was like that with World of Warcraft. I had all of the collector's editions, physical ones, up to Legion. And then they didn't give me access to the sub races, so I went, no, I'm done there. There's a lot more than one person a problem causing with gas, believe me. Otherwise we wouldn't have issues with gas. Inflation, unfortunately, is hitting everywhere. At least in the US, it's somewhat under control. Could have been a lot worse, especially with COVID happening when it did. That caused a major issue that the world had to recover from. And unfortunately, that's involved inflation everywhere. I mean, pre-COVID, our fuel over here was about $1.40 to $1.50 a litre. And it's now, the one I put in, that was what I put in my car, it's now around $2 a litre. So a 25% increase in the price in about 4 years. Yeah, $5 a gallon, yep. Depends on which state you're in, of course. But unfortunately, it's not as simple as one person caused the price rises. There's a hell of a lot involved in it. So here we're paying, would be the equivalent of roughly $8 a gallon. In our monies. But the worst part about Australia is we produce our own. We don't have as much usage as what the US would have. Oh look, Colorado Springs. But as an example, LPG or liquefied petroleum gas, we produce 120% of what we need and export 80% of that at less than what it costs to produce. And then we re-import it. We have the cheapest LPG in the world as an export. We are now the largest exporter of LPG. Whoa, we got something going on. Yeah, so we're the world's largest exporter of LPG. It's the cheapest in the world. The next largest exporter has no income tax. Pardon me. The government will pay for people to have their own home. Because they tax their LPG. And they have a population of about half of what we do and export about 2/3 of what we do. So, I mean, I wouldn't expect the Australian government to pay for everybody's house. Just about everything else will be able to go. You know, at one stage we were up to over $2.40 a litre where I live for fuel. And there's roughly 4 litres to a gallon. That's not exact, it's approximate. No worries, Baseball Boy. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Or night. Hopefully see you again sometime. $100 to go on this job. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it. You've done it before. There we go. Starting to pick up. Go, you good thing, go. Hang on a second. Darling daughter heading out. Yeah, coming up to a hole in the wall. I think that's what it is. There's something on that there mountain in front of us. Alright, let me get over into the right hand lane. Can't quite read it. I can't see out the bloody window. No, I'm just on the wrong angle to see it. Oh well. Don't know why my computer's chugging a little bit. Doesn't usually. 65. 75, 65. Can't make its mind up. I'll hover around the 66 mark because it's usually safe. Weybridge ahead. What's the bet? I knew it. Finally got up to speed. At least it's an easy one to get to, and there's a downhill ramp on the way out. I like this one. £137,641 this time. I've lost a bit of weight. 11 miles to go. I get pulled in at the bloody Weybridge. No, we're going over the railway, literally. Oh, so we're following you, are we? Stop sign ahead. And turning right at the bottom. You're going right too, you are. Looks like we may even be going to the same spot. Check both ways. Clear that way. $35 miles an hour, that's easy, we're not doing that anyway. We've got green lights for nobody because there's construction going on over there. Slow down a bit. Stop being so impatient. No, I don't need to stop at the moment because there's nothing coming. Into where the containers are. want it over there, and it's not going to get there. So I'm just going to go here. Woohoo, level 20. Now, what should I increase? What do we got here? Class 3 is flammable liquids. Class 5, nope, 6. Toxic and infectious substances. That sounds interesting. Right, I shall be back in a moment. I'll leave it with the pretty trucks circling around. Won't be long. Alrighty. Find a new job. I want a job from Ratton. Ratton to Clovis. It's only a little one. Good money, but it's only a little one. Odessa in Texas. I've already been through that lot. Alright. Looks like that's what we're doing. So we're going to be taking a scraper of £90,000. I really don't feel like going to Washington. There we go. A scraper down to Clovis, New Mexico. Oh, it's from here. So what I'll do is disconnect the trailer. You might get the green light. I don't think so because I'm facing the wrong way. No. Oh. Well, didn't turn quite sharp enough. You better slow down, truck. This load is heavy. Better put the wipers on, I guess. Alright, let's see where we got fuel. That one there. Now, is there a way to go through Truckin to Clovis? No, there's not. Oh, look, well, there is, but it goes all the way over to Dalhart in Texas, and I don't really feel like doing a zigzag. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello.
You twos, what do you take?
Sorry about that. Phone call from a friend of mine. I thought it was important. It wasn't. Well, it sort of was, but it wasn't. No one else coming that way, no one coming that way. Got some fuel from Aaron. $183 gallons for $687, $3.75 a gallon. Alright, I'm going to leave the stream at that for the moment. I'm just going to pull this over and go into the rest zone. Boy, I don't watch. Going over to the side. Pull over here, ready to go next time. Thank you for those that dropped in to watch the stream. Have fun. Be safe, etc. And we'll see you next time.